Thank you, everybody. Crowdfunding is a huge and growing market. It's one of those 10x industries that come around every 10 decades, every 10 years or every decade or so. And I know that because I've been in two 10x industries in the past. So crowdfunding, we understand it's going 5 to 50 billion. And you know the brands, they're familiar to you: GoFundMe, Indiegogo, Kickstarter. And what you'll know when you get on the airplane, pick up US News and World Report on your way home, because don't believe me about the market sizing. They have an article in it right now about medical crowdfunding. And Becker's in our healthcare space says medical crowdfunding is exploding. In that news report was the combined total of Give Forward and GoFundMe's activities to date since 2008 in medical-only crowdfunding. That number was about $400 million. So those are B2C sites. We're a B2B play. No one we can see in that market is actually building crowdfunding platforms for other vertical markets. We happen to start with the most difficult market first, the HIPAA-compliant world of medical crowdfunding. And you'll see our platform is unlike any other platform you've ever seen. So Matt, why don't we get our demo going? And again, Paula Jagman, the founder and CEO of Someone With Group, and Matt Pomerick, my Vanna White of the afternoon. So the other thing that you're gonna find, you'll find a lot of articles about crowdfunding and its growth, but you're also gonna find an awful lot of stories about fraud. Fraud is very difficult in the crowdfunding realm because HIPAA prevents the crowdfunding entity from justifying your medical expense. So what we've done is we are the only crowdfunding platform. We have built our platform for sale to license to hospital systems. Where better to find vetted medical campaigns, patients in need, than at your community hospital. So we license our program. Why don't we pop up to a demo now, Matt, and see what that's gonna look like. Again, you can only get on our platform by sponsoring a hospital system who has a 6-figure license with us to bring this product to their marketplace. So the one thing we do is you have to come to us through a hospital system. And then you're gonna come in and you're gonna complete your profile. And your profile is where you're gonna set a lot of the special features that we have that are unique to medical crowdfunding outside of those B2B spaces. So we've got our profile here, and we're gonna go in and do a few of our special features. So we're gonna start first with privacy. We have a medical-oriented product. Privacy is exceptionally important to our customers. Our patients have to opt out or waive themselves out of HIPAA, and they have to understand what the ramifications of that is they do it. Secondly, we add advocates. Our customers are catastrophically or chronically ill. They're too tired to get up every day, nonetheless manage this social campaign. So we let them assign advocates, 1, 2, 50, it doesn't matter. And those are the people who are gonna take that, share Twitter, Facebook, and maximize their outreach to the community that they know. So why don't we go ahead and go to the share side. Sharing that, like I said, super important for us. All the tools are built in. You can use email, you can use Facebook, you can use Twitter, and you're gonna use this dashboard to manage your communications with those social networks. In fact, one of our customers, Michelle Paul, was so successful with her campaign. 2 days prior to knowing that Pinnacle Health had one of our platforms, they started a GoFundMe campaign, which today still idles around $1,100. Ours is at $7,800. Why? It's a hospital systems URL. There is no more fraud-free resistance than that. It's your hospital. 7 times we'll outperform those unvetted campaign sites elsewhere. And again, we're always doing the right proper checks. We OFAC check our patients that come in. We CIP check them. We are HIPAA compliant. We are anti-money laundering compliant, Patriot Information Act compliant. We are individually FDIC insured to our customer level. It is all about the reduction of fraud, and the person saying who they are is really who they are. So let's go to another feature, which is one of my favorites. This is the card transaction. So from the same dashboard, you can manage your communications. You can also see your account balance and transaction history. And we do that through a partnership with Transcard, who I'll give a little shout out to. Thank you, Transcard. And we all know that this data is very important. And one place for an individual to manage both is also very, very unique. Last, Matt, I want to go in and enter as a contributor. What does a contributor see? And I'm sure you've all crowdfunded before, so this is going to look enormously amazing. You would go to Pinnacle Health or Shaw, you'd find a campaign, or you would already have a link to specific to one to your needs. And so it's there that you're going to make your contribution. In addition to OFAC checking the patient, we OFAC check our contributors. We are over and above compliant. However, We are not regulated by any government bodies. Our partners bear that brunt. We adhere to their compliance because I believe, and if you remember online gaming, 10X industries get an awful lot of attention. And I think regulation will come, and we're going to be one of the few people prepared for that day. The second component of our patents and barriers to entry is what happens to the funds once they get loaded in that card. Terms and conditions, please, Matt, where we find we have restricted the spend on those cards to merchant codes akin only in a medical retail environment. So now you have a hospital-sponsored patient, and you've got a controlled spend on how those monies are used over the course of the time. So I believe we have cracked the code for medically centric campaigns. Unlike any other B2C, we go direct to the source, and what better source than your own community hospital? So we've got hospitals reduce bad debt, patients pay their bills, and friends and family aren't defrauded in the process. I have put $3.5 million into this company, as I did with ECI Solutions, and I brought it to growth. We are ready for revenue. There are 5,000 hospitals in the United States, and we would like to target those. And in addition, not only do we enjoy the same 6 to 8% that our consumer-facing crowdfunding partners enjoy, we get the extra six-figure licensing, training, and additional card sales to hospital systems. So again, I've done 2 10X industries twice. I am very ready for the third one. I hope you can join us in that journey. We're looking for partners who obviously sell into healthcare systems so we can help reduce their bad debt. And we also think that there's an enormous play to be had in data. This aggregated purchasing data could really be helpful to the healthcare community at large. Thank you for your time today. We'll be at our booth. If you don't like what you heard today, stop by anyway. Every comment is an opportunity for us to learn. Thank you for your time.